The most points in a playoff game since 2020. So we got bubble Jamal back, 43 points, 8 made threes. This is Playoff Central Live. Denver Nuggets take a 3-2 series lead. You know, Vince, when I look at Jamal Murray, this level of play, when we have the conversation about the Denver Nuggets, can they win a championship? It's when we see Jamal Murray playing at this level.
Because he's a gamer. Like, big moments, Jamal Murray steps up to the table and he gets it done. He also understands who he has on his team in, obviously, Jokic. But when Jokic is having a, if you would, mediocre game, he's like, oh, no problem. I'll do what I need to do. I'll take care of this. You take the night off, big fella.
Yeah, the night off is his 21st career triple-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Yeah. But, like, that's where the bar is for Nikola Jokic. But to that point, having that luxury of Jamal Murray picking up the scoring slack like this.
It's a wild conundrum. It's like, do you let Jokic go off and give you a 40-point triple-double and take your best defender off of Jamal Murray? And Jamal goes, oh, you putting them on me? And he goes off. When this started, right, and I know they scored 131 to 115. Obviously, it was a blowout. I thought that the Clippers had the advantage when it came to the bench, when it came to that if they had figured Denver out, who was not that good defensively, they were going to sweep them. And I said that was a hot take. I said it was a hot take. But what I've seen from this Denver Nuggets team.
You said sweep them?
Now, I said, somebody asked me, what is a hot take?
Blaze fire.
Now it's a blaze fire. But at the beginning of this, the Nuggets have struggled. They have a brand new coach 5 games into the playoffs. So, anyways, and this is regardless of what Jamal Murray, because we know what he can do. He was a little inconsistent throughout the year, battling injuries. They're obviously playing at a high level. Do you know what my biggest what if was? Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Is he playing? The fact that he can be on that floor for their spacing, he's a plus 34 in this game. He has been doing well, even with his hurt shoulder. I have to just give that boy credit, that man credit, for acknowledging that if he isn't committed to both ends of the basketball court, he doesn't need to score 30 for them to win. When he's out there and defends his butt off because they've been going at him, we just talked about it. Like every time you look, they're like putting him in an action and doing something. He's doing what he has to do. Now that was my biggest what if, and I can admit when I'm wrong. If he's a plus anything and they have the spacing and the availability of him there, and he's making shots, Denver is a very tough matchup for everyone.
I mean, to your point, Michael Porter Jr., when we think of him coming into the league and what he's been, he's a guy that you expect, he's going to take a lot of shots and be a scorer. He took the 5th most shots on the team tonight. In fact, we got to show some love to one Russell Westbrook. 21 points, Vince. I mean, the future Hall of Famer, the former MVP. You talk about pride and being ready in different situations for him, whether he's benched one game, played 9 minutes another game, and this one came up and was absolutely colossal for the Nuggets.
You can say what you want about Russ. When he's on the floor, he's going to give it his all, whether it goes right or it goes wrong. And he's a gamer, and he's going to go out there and compete with that chip on his shoulder. Like, he's all for it. And I tell you what, he's a wild card for them.
Yeah.
And as they move, if they can pull this out, he will continue to be a wild card because they're going to give him that shot. If he makes that shot, fine. He's going to be a guy who can get them in foul trouble. Get them in the penalty, get them transition buckets by himself. So he brings a lot to the table, and he's another guy who I felt like was an X factor. What do you do with Russ, and how would he play? And he's bought in.
Yeah, one thing about Russ is there's an on-off switch. There's no gears.
Yeah.
Right? There's an off switch?
Off when he's not playing. But what I'm saying is, Russ, whether they're at home, whether they're on the road, he got one gear, and that's to do the best that he can to help this team win. And when you have somebody like that who can give you 21, it's just immeasurable because now bench guys go, well, we got Russ with us, here we go. And he's just going to push.
And he's been to the top. He's been an MVP. He's been a go-to guy. He's been a guy that you know, who's been the facilitator, been everything. So
MVP,
now he's everything you want. And now he's the guy that's coming off your bench, playing a role and understanding that and bought in. That's why I said he's bought in. because like Russ has been what Jokic and Jamal Murray has been. He's been the guy that's has played the big minutes and hitting the game-winning shots or missing the game-winning shots, and he's brought in and gives them another experienced guy off the bench.
To that point, right, you get to where Russ is at this point in his career. He looks at this group. How thirsty, how much motivation does he have to win a championship, right? Because it feels like everything else on his resume, most triple-doubles in NBA history, MVP, averaging a triple-double for a season 4 different times. Now, with this group, you got to feel like he has to buy into winning a championship,
When
right?
you've gone through different teams, and you walk into a locker room, the Denver Nuggets locker room, you look around what's in there. You have Jamal Murray, then you have Nikola Jokic, and you have the supporting cast, and you walk in there with them. I think it's pretty easy to buy in and say, hey, I have a great opportunity in your mind. With this team, I have a great opportunity to potentially win a championship or at least compete for one.
Right. He has a big role on this team, being your 6th, 7th person, or and also he has a voice. And also, you look, they're healthy now. AG's looking better.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray's ankle's looking better. When this team is hitting threes and they're not going to shoot a lot, they're shooting 50%. That's barbecue chicken. And this team has struggled all year with making those threes. But, listen, again, we talk about Jokic, but we ain't talking about is this dude love basketball and is he a gamer? And whether he's getting his 11-point triple-double or 60-point triple-double, he shows up, and so does the rest of his team. And one thing that they do is that they believe, and that's something that I didn't know that they would have with this new coach, that they believe, and they weather storms, and they just know, hey, we're champions too. Don't count us out.
Yeah, here's Jamal Murray with the 6-2 under interim head coach David Adams.
Coach, we're talking before the game about how critical Game 5 is. You didn't want to talk about the story being written. What do you want to write about kind of Jamal Murray's game tonight?
Jamal doing what Jamal does, us helping him a little bit with the way they've been guarding him. I thought we got him loose better. We screened better, allowed him to play in a rhythm. This is a team game, and when guys get hot, it's them being hot and being a special player like he always has been, but it's the other guys setting great screens. I thought DeAndre, Nikola, Russ, whoever they put Zubats on, and obviously Zubats is a really good defender, but we got him moving in space a little bit and got Jamal some good looks, on top of the fact some of the shots he made were just absolutely ridiculous. And said it before the game, I mean, it's coming with him. You know it is in these big moments, these situations. He was born for this. So special night for Jamal, but more importantly, special night for us in the sense of the series. But long way to go.
David, was there one shot or one moment from Jamal early where you felt like he was due for a big night?
You can kind of tell the way the ball comes off his hand certain nights. I thought he had great lift on his jump shot. Some of the early drags where he was pulling up into three-point shots, his left-handed finishes complementing the shooting. So maybe not one thing. I think it was just a culmination of watching him, showcase his offensive game. And when it's flowing like that, it's the guy that's won us so many playoff games in the past. And when he's complimentary